Hello, dear students. Myself, Reena Shukla from Strive IAS Academy. Today, I'm going to discuss with you UPPCS 2024 Prelims Model Answer. So, let's start with our first question. In our first part of our discussion, we are going to discuss 25 questions of the exam. So, let's start. First question is, consider the following statements with reference to the Workers' and Peasants' Party. The Workers' and Peasants' Party was formed in 1927. It was formed in 1925 and was given the form of an all India organization. So this statement is wrong. The objective of this party was to work within the Congress. Yes, this is right. So that it could be made a more revolution inclined party and an organization of the common people. So this statement is correct. So our answer is only 2. Basically, you need to remember two important things. That party was formed in 1925, but it was given all India party status in 1928. So our question is about that it was formed. It was formed in 1925, was given form of an all India organization in 1928. This is the point to remember. It might be asked in another series of exams. And second thing is that it worked within the Congress. So we need to remember that. Let's come to second question. Our second question is, consider the following events and arrange them in chronological order. So it's East India Association, National Indian Association, Indian Society, Indian Association. East India Association, it was formed in 1866 by Nadabhai Narozi in London to create awareness about Indian issues in Britain. Then National Indian Association, it was formed in 1870 to 71 in London only by Mary Carpenter and many. Then Indian Society was formed in 1872 by Anand Mohan Bose for promoting nationalism among Indian residents in Britain. It was formed in England. Then Indian Association was formed in 1876 in Calcutta by Surendranath Banerjee and Anand Mohan Bose. So accordingly, our answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's come to third question. Consider the following events and arrange them in correct chronological order, starting from the earliest to the last activity. So, our organization, the Royal Indian Navy Revolt, announcement of cabinet mission, formation of interim government, arrival of UK parliamentary delegation in Delhi. The Royal Indian Navy Revolt, also known as Naval Mutiny of 1946, was a significant event in India's fight for independence. What did happen? It was a revolt by Indian sailors against British rule that began on 18 February 1946 in Bombay Harbor. So, this happened on 18 February 1946. Then announcement of cabinet mission that happened in 19th February 1946. It's very close to Rin Mutiny. And two things we need to remember in cabinet mission. That when did it was announced? It was 19th February 1946 and it arrived at Delhi on 24th March 1946. Its chairman was Patrick Lawrence with other two members as Stafford Cripps and A.V. Alexander. Now, this might be asked in another series of our exams. So we need to remember that. Then third point is formation of interim government that happened on 2nd of September 1946. And arrival of UK parliamentary delegation in Delhi took place in January 1946. So, with respect to that, let's arrange. So, according to this, our answer is 4123. Though this is a disputed question of our UPPCS official answer key, which gave another answer that is 4 to 1 and 3. So, we need to confirm it after, and the revised answer key is there. Now, let's come to fourth question, that is, consider following statements with reference to Justice Party. Justice Party opposed Congress by calling it a Brahmin-dominated organization. Yes, this is correct. It claimed the same communal representation for non-Brahmins as the Morley Minto reforms had given to Muslims. This is also correct. The correct answer is both 1 and 2. So, how Justice Party was formed? It was Justice Party was officially known as South Indian Liberal Federation, that was established in 1916, and it emerged as a significant political force in Madras Presidency. It was represented by the interests of non-Brahmin communities, founded by Dr. T.M. Nair, P. Tyagaraja Chetty, and C. Natasha Mudaliar. The party sought to challenge the prevailing Brahmin dominance in government jobs and education. So, our first statement is correct, as it released non-Brahmin manifesto, which justifies the first statement. And second statement is like Justice Party demanded communal representation for non-Brahmins, similar to what Muslims had received under Morley Minto reforms of 1909. So both the statements are correct. Let's come to question number 5. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other as reason. Our assertion is the value of national currency is determined by demand and supply of foreign currency. Is called flexible exchange rate. Yes, correct. Demand and supply of foreign currency is being determined by the central bank. So it's basically saying that national currency is determined by demand and supply of foreign currency, that is flexible exchange rate. But in flexible exchange rate, the demand and supply of foreign currency is not determined by central bank. It is market based. So assertion is correct and reason is wrong, because central bank does not directly control or determine the demand and supply of foreign currency. Instead, these are influenced by factors such as trade flows, capital flows, interest rates, and economic conditions. Central bank may intervene in a managed or fixed exchange rate system, but not in a purely flexible system. So assertion is correct, but reason is wrong. Let's come to, so our option number C is correct, A is true, and R is false. Now let's come to question number 6. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and another is labeled as reason. There is positive relationship between HDI, Human Development Index, and the Sustainable Development Goals ranking of Indian states. Yes, correct. The underlying dimensions of SDG targets are closely related to education and health aspects. So reason being for the first assertion is that positive relationship exists between Human Development Index and SDGs, and the dimension of SDGs are closely related to education and health aspects. So both the assertion and reason are correct, and R is correct explanation of A. Why? Because second statement is SDGs. There are two SDGs. Everybody knows sustainable SDGs for health and education are SDG 3 for good health and well-being, and SDG 4 is quality education. So that is aligned with Human Development Index indicators that are health, education, and income. So both are correct, and reason accurately explains the assertion. So now come to seventh question. Match list 1 with list 2 and choose the correct answer using the codes given below the lists. So list 1 says state and list 2 says the rank according to expenditure on infrastructure in from 2019 to 2023. So according to recent data, Uttar Pradesh tops the list, spending rupees 5.31 lakh crore on infrastructure in the financial year 19 to 23. That was followed by Maharashtra, then Tamil Nadu, and then Karnataka. So accordingly, our answer is A, 2, 1, 3, 4. Let's come to question number 8. The concurrent list of the Indian Constitution includes trade and commerce, adulteration of goods, succession. This question is also a disputed question, as UPPCS official answer key says C as the correct answer, means adulteration of goods and succession is part of concurrent list and trade and commerce is not part of concurrent list. But when we read concurrent list of Indian Constitution, we come to know that it includes subjects on which both union and state government can legislate, and trade and commerce is mentioned in both union list as well as concurrent list. When we talk about in union list entry 41 of the Union list deals with trade and commerce with foreign countries. The Union government make rules and obligations for foreign trade and commerce. But entry 33 of concurrent list mentions trade and commerce in certain goods such as foodstuffs and raw cotton. So, central and state governments both have power to make legislation on trade and commerce. Central government makes rules and regulations for foreign trade and commerce, while state government makes legislation for internal trade and commerce. So, that is not mentioned in the question that which trade of commerce it is talking about. So, accordingly, answer 1, 2, and 3 must be correct, must also be correct. Let's see with the revised answer key. For now, this is a disputed question. Let's come to ninth question. Fatima Bibi died recently. Consider the following statements regarding her. She was the first woman judge of Supreme Court of India. Yes, this is correct. She served as governor of Kerala. No, she served as governor of Tamil Nadu from 1997 to 2001. She was first Muslim woman to enter into higher judiciary. Yes, this is correct. So answer 1 and 3 are correct. Let's come to question number 10. With reference to National Intellectual Property Rights Policy, consider the following statements. First, it reiterates India's commitment to Doha Development Agenda and the TRIPS Agreement. Yes, correct. DIPIT, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, is the nodal agency for regulating intellectual property rights in India. Yes, both the statements are correct. Then come to question number 11. Which amendment acts deal with local governance institutions in India? It is a very easy question and straightforward question. That is 73rd and 74th Amendment Acts. Let's come to question number 12. Consider the following statements with reference to Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities. So, in the Constitution, there is a provision for the post of Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities for every state. So, this part of question is correct till here. But for every state, this is not correct. It's not for every state. There is a provision for post of Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities, but not for every state. It's at the central level. A new Article 350B was added for this by the 9th Constitution Amendment. Again, this is wrong because it was added by 7th Constitution Amendment Act. So we need to remember both. See, accordingly, 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956 inserted a new Article 350B in Part 17 of the Constitution. This article contains the following provisions. There should be special officer for linguistic minorities, but that's not correct for every state. So both the statements are wrong. This also and this. And so our answer is neither 1 nor 2. That is A. Let's come to question number 13. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and another as reason. Assertion is most of the early nationalists considered British rule as an act of providence designed to bring modernization. True, because most of the early nationalists were moderates and they were in the they considered that British came to modernize India. Then they complained only against un-British rule in India. So this only word is again disputed because official answer has given that both are correct and R is correct explanation of A. Till revised answer key is there, we consider this as the part of our answer. Because this was not the only reason for un-British rule in India, but we'll go with official answer key. Our 14th question is, which one of the following statements is not correct about William A.J. Archbold? So William A.J. Archbold, he was associated with institutions like Government College of Dhaka, Mao College, Aligarh, but he was not principal of Lahore College of Lahore. So A is the correct answer. Let's come to 15th question. Consider the following events and arrange them in chronological order starting from earliest. So Vellore Mutiny, it happened on 10th July 1806. Death of Nana Fednavis, it happened on 13th March 1800. Recall of Wellesley was in 1805. and Anglo-Nepalese War was in 1814 to 1816. So our correct answer is B. Let's come to question number 16. Match list 1 with list 2. Revolt and the corresponding leader is mentioned. So, Paika revolt was held under leader Jagbandhu Vidyadhar Mahapatra. Bareilly revolt held under Mufti Muhammad Awad. Malawar revolt Adachena Kungan, and Sylhet revolt under Radharam. So they expected that you know this one because it was very famous and in news since last 3-4 years. And if you know that Paika revolt happened under Jagbandhu Vidyadhar Mahapatra, you have the answer. Let's come to question number 17. With reference to Kohima Peace Memorial and Eco Park, which of the following statements are correct? Its inauguration program was held on 8th March 2024. No, it was held on 8th May at Kohima. It was developed by South Korea. No, it will be developed by Japan. So both statements are wrong, and neither one nor two should be the correct answer. But official answer key again mentions only one. So that's again a disputed question. Let's wait for the official answer key, which is revised one. Now 18th question. With reference to mobility arrangement for talented early professionals scheme mates, this is a bilateral framework between India and Australia. Yes, this is correct. In this scheme, Indian graduates, that is aged 18 to 30 with knowledge and skills in specific fields of study, will be offered to live and work in Australia for up to 2 years. That's also correct. So both the statements are correct. It's from current affairs. Now let's come to question number 19. With reference to International Conference on Nuclear Security, ICONS 2024, which of the following statements are correct? This conference was held on 25th May 2024. This is wrong because it held from 20 to 24th May. So very near dates are given. India has recently reconstituted an interministerial counter-nuclear smuggling team to strengthen a nuclear security. This is correct. So both the statements, one is wrong and two is correct. So two is the correct answer. Question number 20. With reference to Pirilao Paise Pao campaign, which of the following statements are correct? It was very much in news. That was related to reduce forest fires and to provide a source of income to villagers. Pirul is basically they are found in Uttarakhand. Dry pine leaves are known as pirul, and they leads to forest fires. Sorry. So to reduce that, the government is telling the villagers to collect those dry pine leaves and sell them, and they are paying for it for that. The government is paying them for it. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand launched this campaign, so this is also correct. So both 1 and 2 is correct. Consider the following mountains and arrange them in correct order from west to east. West to east. So in west, this Pontic, that is located in northern Turkey. Then after that, Zagros. Zagros is located in West Iran. So it is located in North Turkey. Then Zagros, that is located in West Iran. Then comes Hindu Kush, that's in Afghanistan. And then comes Karakoram, that is in Himalayas. So 2, 4, 3, 1 is the correct answer. Which one of the question number 22? Which one of the following pairs river and direction is not correctly matched? Sirdarya northwest, that is correct. Amur river northeast is correct. Mekong river flows southeast to South China Sea, so this is wrong. And Angara river flows north, so correct answer is C. Then which one of the following pairs country oil field is not correctly matched? So Kuwait is matched with Kashgan. Kashgan is incorrect because it is located in Kazakhstan. So this one is wrong. Iran, Haftkale, Iraq, Zubair, and Saudi Arabia, Tehran is correct. So correct answer is Kuwait, Kashgan. So come to 24th question. Consider the following statements with reference to Mediterranean climate. It receives rainfall in winter season. True. Due to winter solstice, air pressure belts shift to south. Let's look at the explanation of this. The winter solstice occurs around December 21 when the sun is directly overhead in the southern hemisphere. The sun rays are less direct in northern hemisphere during winter, which leads to colder temperatures. This causes the air to sink, creating high pressure zones near poles. As a result, the pressure and wind belts shift southward. So winter solstice leads to pressure and wind belts shift southward. So this part of question is answered. Then shifting of pressure belts causes seasonal changes in climate, especially between latitudes 30 and 40 degrees in both hemispheres. For example, during winter, westerlies prevail and cause rain in Mediterranean region. So both the statements are correct. Let's come to question number 25. Consider the following statements with respect to the climate of Western Europe. Western Europe receives rainfall in all months. Yes, correct. Western Europe is located in the belt of westerlies. This is also correct. So both 1 and 2 are correct. First part of question, many students may have doubt that in does the rainfall occur in all months? Yes, rainfall occur across all months, but with variations in intensity. Not every time at the same place, but different places can have at different time rain. So it's correct. So let for now, first part of our explanation is done. Let's continue other questions in the next part of our video. Thank you, everybody.